Om Namo Narayanaaya. 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 Friends, hearty welcome to you all. Salutations, greetings, and prayers. Good that from every corner we are pulling our mind, interest, and attention for this 1 hour to study the Shastras. So beautiful it is. Our next stage of effort and achievement evolution is our mind and attention is always in Paramatma only. For that, whatever is required, we have to understand, we start doing it. Let us be conscious regarding this. May the Divine continuously bless us. May the things be convenient to us. May we have the ability to make things convenient and make required things happen. Spiritual things. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Chaturtho Dhyaya. The entire universe, cosmos, is nothing but the Sharira of Paramatma, and all the individual things are nothing but the Avayava of Paramatma. More than that, they need not, should not be looked at as or seen as anything else, which is a cause of bandhana. Then our goal is not that limbs, not that Sharira. Limbs means anything individual. Sharira means the total. Our goal is, like in Gita also, what we are studying yesterday, day before. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharat. So our drushti is on neither the limbs nor deha, but it is on the dehi, the embodied, to whom the kalpana of this cosmos, rupa, sharira, and then the individual aspects, rupi, bhaga, sharira, bhaga, are just imagine projected. That shariri, that dehi, that paramatma is our goal. So that's a beautiful topic that's going on. May we day by day become more deeper and subtler to understand what exactly the Shruti Mata and our Rishi Parampara are trying to tell us, that knowledge, that wisdom, that we'll study. Before that, like every day, some time in our Veda Parayanam, some time in our common sense thought, spend, let us also in our Prarthana, Sankalpa, Mantra Ucharana, Upanishad Adhyanam. Vedic chanting is Ashtama Mandalam of Rigveda, 46th Anuvaka. Let us chant. Please take out. All of them are to give us wisdom, to give us which personality layers we have to create to make us know the need of and the practice of invoking grace of Parabrahma Ishvara, Jagannatha Devata Gana, Guru Gana, and guidance giving Shastra Gana. Start. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rigvedaha Ashtama Atha Shatchatvarimshattama Anuvakadarabhyam Om Tvavata Puruvvaso Vayamindra Pranetaha Smasi Sthatar Harinam Tvam Hi Satyamadrivo Vidma Dhataramisham Vidma Dhataram Rayinam Ayasya Te Mahimanam Shatamute Shatakrato Girbhir Karavaha Sunito Ghasamartyoyam Marutoyamaryama Mitrapantyadruha दधानो गोमदश्ववत्सु वीर्यमादित्यजूत एदते सदा राया पुरुस्पृहा तमिन्द्रं दानमीमहे शवसानमभेर्वम् ईशानं राय ईमहे तस्मिन् हि सन्त्योतयो विश्वा अभीरवस्सचा तमावहन्तु सप्तयः पुरोवसुं मदाय हरयः सुतं यस्ते मधो वरेण्यो य इन्द्र वृत्रहन्तमः य आददिस्वर्नृभिर्यः पृतनासु दुष्टरः यो दुष्टरो विश्ववारश्रवाय्यो वाजेष्वस्तितरुता स नः शविष्ठसवनावसो गहि गमेम गोमतिव्रजे गव्योषुणो यथा पूराश्वयोतरतया वरिवस्य महामह दहिते शूररातसोऽन्तं विन्दाम सत्रा दशस्यानो मघवन्नोचिदद्रिवो धियो वाजेभिराविथा यरुष्वः श्रावयत् सखा विश्वेत्सवेद जनिमा पुरुष्टुतः तं विश्वे मानुषा युगेन्द्रं हवन्ते तविषं यतसृचः स नो वाजेष्वमिता पुरो वसुः पुरस्ताता मघवा वृत्रा भुवत् अभिवो वीरमन्धसो मधेषु गाय गिरामः विचेतसम् इन्द्रन्नाम श्रुत्यं शाकिनं वचो यथा दधिरेक्णस्तन्वे दधिर्वसु दधिर्वाजेषु पुरुहूतवाजिनं नूनमथ विश्वेशामिरज्यन्तं वसूनां सा सह्वां संचिदस्य वर्चसः कृपयतो नूनमत्यथ महः सुवो अरमीषे स्तवामहे पीडुषे अरङ्गमाय जग्मये यज्ञेभिर्गीर्भिर्विश्वमनुषां मरुतामि यक्षसि गाये त्वा नमसा गिरां ये पातयन्ते अज्मभिर्गिरीणां स्नुभिरेषां यज्ञं महिष्वणीनां सुम्नं तु विश्वणीनां प्राध्वरे प्रभङ्गं दुर्मतीनामिन्द्रशविष्टाभर रयिमस्मभ्यं युज्यं चोदयन्मते ज्येष्ठं चोदयन्मते सनितः सुनसनितरुग्रचित्रचेतिष्ठसूनृत रासः सम्राट् सहुरिं सहन्तं भुज्युं वाजेषु पूर्व्यम् आस एतु य इव दा आदेवः पूर्तमाददे यथा चिद्वशो अश्व्यः पृथुश्रवसि कानीते स्याविष्याददे षष्टिं सहस्राश्वस्यायुतासनमुष्ट्राणां मुष्ट्राणां विंशतिं शता दशश्यावीनां शतादशत्रिरुषि त्रयो वीतवारास आशवः मथ्रा नेमिं निवावृतुः दानासः पृथुश्रवस कानीतस्य सुराधसः रतं हिरण्ययं ददन्मं हिष्टः सूरिरभूद्वर्षिष्ठमकृतश्रवः आनो वायो महेधने याहि मखाय पाजसे वयं हिते चक्रुमा भूरि दावने सद्यश्चिन्महि दावने यो अश्वेभिर्वहते वस्त उस्रास्तिः सप्त सप्ततीनाम एभिः सोमेभिः सोमसुद्भिः सोमपा दानाय शुक्र पूतपाः योम इमं चिदुत्मनामन्दच्छित्रं धावने हरट्वे अक्षे नहुषे सुकृत्वनि सुकृत्तराय सुक्रतुः उचत्येव पुषीयस्वराडुतवायो घृतस्नाः अश्वेषितं रजेषितं शुनेषितं प्राङ्मतदिदन्नुततो अध प्रियमिशिराय षष्ठिं सहस्रासनम् अश्वानामिन्न वृष्णाम गावो न यूतमुपयन्ति वद्रय उपमायन्ति वद्रयः अध यच्चारथे गणेशतमुष्ट्रागम् अचिक्रदत् अधश्वित्नेषु विंशतिं शता शतं दासे बल्भूते विप्रसरुक्ष आददे ते ते वायविमे जना मन्दन्तीन्द्रगोपा मदन्ति देवगोपाः वदन्तीन्द्रगोपा देवगोपाः अथ स्यायोषणामही प्रतीचीव शमश्व्यम् अतिरुक्मा विनीयते 37 महिवो महतामभो वरुणमित्रदाशुषे यमादित्या विद्रोहो रक्षताने मगन् न शदनेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः इदा देवा अगानामादित्यासो अपाकृतिं पक्षावयो यतो परिव्यस्मे शर्म यच्छता नेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः व्यस्मे अधिशर्म तत्पक्षावयो नयन्तन विश्वानि विश्ववेदसो वरूथ्यामनामहे नेहासो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः यस्मा अरासतक्षयं जीवातुं च प्रचेतसा मनोर्विश्वस्य घेदिमादित्याराय ईशते नेहासो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः परिणो वृणजन्गघा दुर्गाणि रथ्यो यथा स्यामेदिन्द्रस्य शर्मण्यादित्यानामुतावस्य नेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः परिहृते धनाजनो युष्मादत्तस्य वायति देवा अदभ्रमाश वोयमादित्या अहेतना नेहसो न व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः न तं तिग्मं च न त्यजो नद्रासदवितं गुरो यस्मा उशर्म सप्रथ आदित्यासो अर्वाधमनेहसो व ऊतयः सूतयो व ऊतयः युष्मे देवा अभिष्मसे युध्यन्त इव वर्मसो यूयं महो न एनसो यूयमर्वादुरुष्यता नेहसो व ऊतयः स ऊतयो व ऊतयः अदितिर्न उरुष्यत्वदितिः शर्म यच्छतु माता मित्रस्य रेवतोर्यं नो वरुणस्य च नेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः यद्देवाः शर्म शरणं यद्भद्रं यदनातुरं त्रिधातु यद्वरोध्यं तदस्मासु यन्तना नेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः आदित्या अवहिख्यातादि कुलादिवस्पृशः सुतीर्थमर्वतो यथानुनो नेशता सुगमने हसो व ऊतयः सूतयो व ऊतयः नेहभद्रं रक्षस्वि नेनावयैनोपया उत रवे च भद्रं धेनवे वीराय च श्रवस्यते नेहसो व ऊतयः सूतयो व ऊतयः यदा वीर्यदपीच्यं देवासो अस्ति दुष्कृदं त्रिते तद्विश्यमाप्य अरे अस्मद्दधाथना नेहसो व ऊतयः स ऊतयो व ऊतयः यच्च गोषु दुष्ट्वस्न्यं यच्छास्मे दुहितर्दिवः त्रिताय तद्विभावर्याप्त्याय परावहा नेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः निष्कं वाघा कृणवते स्रजं वा दुहितर्दिवः त्रिदे दुष्वप्न्यं सर्वमाप्त्ये परिदद्मस्य नेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः तदन्नाय तदपसेतं भागमुपसेदुषे त्रिताय च द्विताय चोषा दुष्वप्न्यं वहानेहसो व ऊतयः सु ऊतयो व ऊतयः यथा कलां यथा शवं यथा ऋणं सन्नयामसे एवा दुष्वप्न्यं सर्वमाप्त्येसं नयामस्य नेहसो व ऊतयः स ऊतयो व ऊतयः अजैष्माद्यासनाम च भूमा नागसो वयम् उषो यस्माद्दुष्वप्न्यादभैष्माप तदुच्चत्वनेहसो व ऊतयः स ऊतयो व ऊतयः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Two anuvakas we could chant. I am feeling very happy for this Veda Parayanam that somebody is doing the Vedic chanting every day. Many people are doing in various ashramas. Very good. So many brahmacharis trained by, guided by the great Brahmana gurus. It's going on. Good that in our class also we are giving 10 minutes for this most sacred divine expression of the divinity only. All the Veda mantras are divya. In that jnanam is hidden. It will reveal to us slowly as we are becoming familiar with the chant. That's the positive Shraddha in us, Apeksha in us. Now, today's common sense thought, friends, very simple. Half of our problem is in wrongdoings. The remaining half of the cause of all our miseries, dukkha, bondages, is the wrong knowings. Bas, these two. Therefore, the solution also lies in this. The half solution we find by the right doings, the half solution remaining we find by the right wisdom. Whole life is only in these two, the right wisdom and right doings. The wisdom is the inner job, the doings are the outer doings. Therefore, that buddhi with which the authentic wisdom is gained has to be kept always active, alert, intact, used, and go on gaining that buddhi, that wisdom, that jnanam, that understanding. Buddhi upayogata, and with the buddhi, obtainment of the jnanam, wisdom, convincing jnanam is most essential. We all have convictions, but they're all wrong convictions, not based on wisdom, but based on our habits, based on our brahma, they are called delusions. So, the wisdom based convictions, delusion based convictions. We leave our convictions, changing from the ajnana, moha, brahma, janita, nischaya, yukta, jivana to jnana, janita, nischaya, yukta, jivana. So, knowledge based convincing knowledge life is what we have to gain from the ignorance delusion based convincing wrong life. Think about it. So, keep that buddhi always alert, awake. Buddhi has to know convincingly, and buddhi has to guide the life to be lived every moment as per that strong conviction. There comes the second aspect of the doings. What we are doing throughout all our classes is this only. Let us know that what we are doing all through our Shastra Shravana Adhyayana is we are giving to our buddhi the authentic right wisdom. Let that buddhi gather that wisdom. Let that buddhi ponder over it deeply. This is where we are missing. Let that buddhi ponder over the obtained information or the wisdom to get spashtata in that understanding and to get the nishchaya, clear understanding and conviction. Just now only close eyes and see. First of all, is the buddhi awakened? Second, has it got the wisdom? Third, has it got the understanding of that wisdom? Fourth, is it convinced of that understanding? Fifth, then is that buddhi is strong enough, powerful enough to guide our every moment's activities, to guide our every moment's activities according to this conviction. This is what the whole thing about. So the buddhi should therefore gain what wisdom, gain what understanding, gain what conviction is. First this one. What is the reality? What is the unreal? Therefore, what is to be obtained? What is not to be obtained? At this level, the buddhi has to be very clear. All Upanishads are talking to us in the pitch of their voice only this thing. Only one thing is reality, the Tattva, the Atman, the Brahman. Have we heard this with the ears? The data have we obtained in our buddhi, which we are calling it as the wisdom, the newer wisdom. Then how much we have pondered over it. What Shruti Mata, what Rishis are saying. Pondering nahi kiya, so how do we know that what they are saying is absolutely correct and logical? Then only the conviction comes. The strongest conviction, the deepest conviction. That The Brahman, the Atman, the truth, the self alone is the reality. Conviction one. Second, therefore, that alone is the worthy of obtaining. That alone is reality, that alone is worthy of obtaining. Only then all our abilities, resources, etc., we direct towards them. Today, why our abilities, why our resources, whether it is time, whether it is our mind, whether it is our attention, whether our intellectual plannings, the mind's emotions, the functioning of the body and limbs, why they're all directed to something else? Think we have to, na? We are entering every moment into that zone of samsara only through our doings. Samsara is the getting caught up in the limited life, conditioned life. We only are living, है ना? कल सुबह से रात तक क्या किया मैंने? Only samsara. Who is doing? Me only. Why? Why are we directing all our resources towards it? Because of lack of this. That the wisdom of the rishis and gurus and shastras about the truth and self, that alone is reality, might have been heard by us, but not thoroughly. After hearing also, we might have not done the contemplation. We have not the clear understanding. Therefore, there is no conviction. Every day we are listening, but every day we have to also see that the listening should be followed by such thinking that it should make us understand and should give us conviction. Like a friend of yours tells, yeah, you have this much money. Why put it in bank? Those fellows eat it away only. And so much of things. Instead of that, so this is a place where you can invest it. Then you can multiply your amount, make it double in this much of period. And this is foolproof. Everything is perfect. Don't you listen to that advice, think about it, understand it. Yes, I'll try with small amount. Straight away सब कुछ नहीं करना चाहिए, थोड़ा थोड़ा. So we do it so. But are we doing with regard to what we are listening from the Shastras about the Paramatma Tattva? As we do with regard to our activities, our businesses, our investments, our travels, our bhoga, जो लोग कहते हैं हमको वो सुनकर पॉन्डर करके स्वीकार करके वी आर डूइंग इट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दैट फेलो शुड हैव नॉट टोल्ड अस. सेकंड, even if he tells, we should not listen. Third, even if he listen, we should not contemplate. We are contemplating, understanding, getting convinced, and doing it, and even achieving it. And what are we achieving? Samsara. With all the good advices given by the friend, very well done investment and business, with all the profits gained. Remember, still we are in samsara. We have successfully succeeded in putting ourselves in samsara. And what Upanishads, what Shastras are telling us, how to come out of this samsara permanently. Are we paying heed to that? It's not a objection or finding fault, it's an inquiry. First step I have come up to of listening to this wisdom. But has it become my understanding? Think about it. Further, this is sufficient amount of importance is to be given to contemplate on what we are given, the wisdom. Otherwise, understanding आएगा नहीं हमको. Without understanding about the glory of the self, and about its infinitude, about it alone is reality, how do we be convinced? How we will be convinced about that alone to be achieved? If today conviction is not there in me to achieve Paramatma exclusively, the reason is the understanding is not pakka. Because the second step of sufficient pondering we have done, not done, even though first one of listening we are doing. Those are regularly coming. So this is one aspect. Only after getting convinced about that alone has to be achieved. Then comes the next wisdom to listen about. Next thinking, next understanding, next conviction as to how to achieve it. Isn't it? In that, how to achieve? Always only two things are there, as we saw 9 days back. What are the obstacles, hindrances in achieving it? How to get out of them? How to get rid of them? And what are the things that are to be done to achieve it? है ना? The things to be done to achieve the Paramatma is introvertedness only, the contemplation only, isn't it? To do all the said sadhanas, let us say, that of trying to remain as witness. है ना? बी ए दृष्टा, बी ए साक्षी, ये कहाँ हमने शुरू किया? Why are we not doing? Because we are not convinced that Paramatma Prapti is our Mukhya and Eka Lakshya. Important and only Lakshya is this. Because this is not Lakshyam, how many things are appearing as Lakshya to us? This is what called ignorance. Ignorance about Paramatma being the Lakshya. This is what called as delusion, wherein other things we are accepting as Lakshya. Then this is called as samsara, that all our resources are put in that direction. See, the worst thing about the world is everything we want to achieve, we are achieving. Still, we are in samsara. This we have to realize. Even now, also, future also, million things you plan to achieve in this world other than Paramatma. All of them you will achieve. All of them I will achieve. Yet, that will not be moksha. Enough? We are not thinking about this pure Vedantic thought that as we are studying nowadays in Shwethashwathara, so too in Mandukya, that whatever you are all seeing inside outside is nothing but Brahma, nothing but delusion, nothing but unreal, nothing but projected. The reality is only Brahman. To the depth of knowledge we are hesitating to go. Therefore, the whole world is appearing to be real. Once it's appearing to be real, then the real Paramatma is not remembered as real. Then whatever is taken as real, obviously, after the Satyatva Buddhi, then Samachittata Buddhi, that will give me Sukha. Then the thought process, the action process, continuously based on that one. So root level में हमको सेटराइट करना है. What is the root level? Jagat Mithya Brahma Satyam. Therefore, Brahman alone is to be obtained, and that is only knowing him, that's it. Other than Brahman, whole Jagat being Mithya, it should not be obtained. Therefore, not only we should not pursue to achieve it, even if it comes to us by itself also, because earlier karma, prarabdha, or others are giving, we should say Namaste, I don't want. Just like in any of the examples, health aspect. I have diabetes. So, not only I reject the sugar by myself, even if somebody offers, I should say no to it because that is harmful to my sharira, isn't it? Not only any of the such habits we should give up, but anybody offers it also we should not take. One example. Now the total thing, the entire samsaric jivana, not only I have to withdraw from, but even if it is offered, I should reject because it is harmful, it is binding. That much of conviction is called the state of Nachiketa Sthiti. He says only truth is Paramatma, that alone I want. You tell that to me. See Arjuna's thought, very powerful, all of us miss it. He says, I am ignorant. He says, I am deluded. Because of these two, I am in such an amount of misery that other than the wisdom, nothing can bring me out of that misery, even if I am offered with the kingdom of all the three worlds. Nahi prapashyami mama apanudyat yat shokam utshoshanam indriyanam avapya bhumau asapatnam ruddham rajyam suranam apicha adipatyam. That is what is Viveka, even though he was in that situation, awakened in him because of his parents' blessings, his honesty, his dharma, his reverence to भीष्मादि, गुरु द्रोणादि, उन सब के कारण उस समय में उनको क्लियरली पता चला कि only in the right wisdom that there will be the best is achieved, all worst is freed from. So therefore, yat shreya syat nishchitam bruhi. Then Bhagavan understood the state of mind of Arjuna, therefore he started giving him the Upanishadic wisdom only to begin with. Arjuna caught it. And what Arjuna caught? He says in 11th chapter, he says in 18th chapter, Nashto mohaha smrutir labdha. Nashto mohaha means that the world is real, that the upadhis are real, that through the upadhi I am the jiva is real, therefore I, the jiva, through upadhi, have to gain something in the world for my happiness. All this moha is nashta. Smrutir labdha. What is smruti? The reality alone is reality. The self alone is reality. Being the self alone, liberation. These two. Tat prasadat. Evening Ramakatha yesterday. Kagavusundi. How beautifully he is again and again saying, without Rama Krupa, that Maya removal and Jnana Prapti will not happen. To this extent, yesterday it was said, he is someone who wants to get the mukti without Rama Krupa. He, with all his wisdom, is Pashoho Pashuhu. बताए कि नहीं? He is a Nara without, Nara is a Pashu without Pucha and Vishana. Didn't we see yesterday? Exactly same things. Arjuna asked for it. Bhagavan told. Arjuna caught also. Nashto moha smrutir labdha tat prasadat. Now the thing is, sthitosmi gata sandeha. That gata sandeha is doubtlessness, means absolutely doubt-free conviction. And so what is conviction? Karishe vachanam tava. I will do what you say. And who is Krishna there? Krishna is Parabrahma, Krishna is Ishvara, Krishna is Narayana, Krishna is Avatara, Krishna is a Rishi, Krishna is the Guru, Krishna is the Shreya Vilashi, Krishna is a best friend who has wisdom to guide. Vachanam tava karishe. I will do what you said. Not because I am afraid, not because I only respect you, but because what you said is understood by me very clearly that it is correct. That's why I said Mohagan Smriti came to me. This is the first thing. With the intellect, having gained the wisdom, having done the manana of it, having got the conviction that only Paramatma is real, that should become our only obtainable thing. Only then, in the process of how to obtain it, what is to be given up, what is to be taken up, every moment. Every moment is a sadhana if we know and do it. And if we don't know it, every moment is a samsara. Please be clear about it. There can be no second alternative understanding better than this. Even at this very moment while I'm talking to you, if my attention is on reality, this is a sadhana to me. If it is missed, then it's a samsara. First, to gain that wisdom and conviction. We are hesitating because we are not contemplating, because we have a lot of fears. In fact, listen this. Because of fear, we are not attending it to gain the convinced wisdom. But the fact is what? Listen carefully. When with my effort I gain the convinced wisdom, and with that convinced wisdom only, I can transcend the fears. डर के कारण हम ज्ञान को नहीं पा रहे हैं, लेकिन ज्ञान पाने से ही डर जाता है. Only when I gain knowledge, the fear goes away. है कि नहीं? Whole Upanishad talks na vivedi kadachaneti, the one who knows the self. Hesitate, have the wisdom. The mind's fear is not allowing us to have the wisdom. Let the intellect have the wisdom and kick the fear of the mind. Every sort of fear of doing sadhana, etc. Anyway, so this is one important aspect. Now, second aspect is कि as regards the things to be given up, make a list of it. है the objects to be given up for me to pursue Paramatma exclusively. The activities should be to be given up. The inner hopes and expectations to be given up. The attachments that are there for things and beings to be given up. उन सबको list out करना. Then we have to use our intellect again to see that in these things we attend to. Million times I involved. Yet they never gave me complete satisfaction. Still I'm in delusion that I'll get happiness through them and still I'm involving. That pausing and thinking is called real human intellect, real wise intellect. And for example, any silly example I say, now the mango season has come. अरे यार जन्म जन्म से and in this जन्म बचपन से अब तक every season I am eating mangoes. But have the mangoes ended? Has my craving and desire for mangoes ended by itself? Now, for involving in that bhoga of the mango, how much of mind's attention, time, etc. I am spending? This thinking is wisdom. The outcome is what? I need not run for it. I have gone through it. It has given me the same pleasure. But that was never infinite. It is endful. Make me again every year to wait for that mango season and mangoes. One example I am saying that thinking that I have gone through that so many times, yet it has not given me complete satisfaction. That I should not go for it. This I tried 70, 80 years. Every time I am doing. But is that the only way? Only when I understand it, that will take away our mind's attention from it, that I can put my mind in the spiritual truth, on the seat of meditation. Why I am not meditating? Because I am in the mango bazaar. Why? Because that bhoga. Why? We never thought about it. That moha, that these bhogas can give me eternal sukha, therefore let me go on trying, is defeated by Arjuna through his understanding of what is said by Lord Krishna. That's the meaning of Nashto Moha. In the same way, the other things. On the name of Sukha and Bhoga, whatever the things we are involved in, whether it is Nidra, Nidra is not for Sukha or Bhoga. Nidra is to take rest, to come out of the tiredness of the faculties so that again it is applied for sadhana. But for us, Nidra is Bhoga, but kitne bhi sote raho, is there any trupti? TV is a bhoga. Kitne bhi dekhte raho. Will there be an end? Spending time with friends, relatives is a bhoga. But is it ending? But is not all that occupying our mind, our activities? Isn't it? Is not because of this that we are sthula, that we are bahirmukha, but that we are the chanchala in our mind? Why the vikshepa in our mind? Because of all these reasons. So only one thought. I have gone through all of them. Any number of times I go through, that is what alone they give me. And all this is taking me away, distracting me away from the beautiful guidance choosingly my gurus are giving me about the spiritual truth. So therefore, let me give up one by one. That time energy, let me utilize only for this. So instead of going to the shop to get the mango, you just sit and study your Upanishad. नहीं मरोगे mango नहीं खाने से. There are thousands who don't hate, who do hate only. That we have to check on ourselves. And any compromise on this, हाँ स्वामी जी ऐसे क्यों कहते हो? Then you are emotional हो गए. You are not understanding the main point what is said. Here we have no fighting with mango. Is an example to say how we become emotional to justify our delusion to involve in the outer world at the cost of our inner spiritual journey. That's the question. That's the discussion. Whether you watch TV or eat mango, who cares? बड़े रहो संसार में. Don't take it that way to the ego. Don't get carried away with the example. Understand how we get deluded. Each one is in one thing or the other. These are all moha. That's why we said Having heard from the Guru the reality, understood that that alone is real, making that alone as goal, now list out what are to be given up, what is to be taken up. In the given up things, to be given up, these are the things. So, to such an extent that not even a 1 minute I am doing anything which is not required. Then only every moment I engage in doing what is required. This is our goal. Right now, what is that? What is required, we are doing for some time, not required again involving. Again, what's required, we come again going there. Because both convictions are not there. One conviction is that is the cause of my samsara, I should give it up totally. Oh, conviction. nahi. This alone is the goal to reach to that. This sadhana alone has to be done. This conviction is not there. Therefore, when we do this one, that is tempting me. When I do that one, this is pulling me. Therefore, I am tossed between the spirituality, the worldliness. Most of it is samsara only. Thank God, at least we are still holding. Some people who gave up the hold of the spirituality totally lost. We have not yet given up, but every moment there is a probability or possibility or chance of giving up. Just to say, no, kal se class nahi aunga main. So, a new decision from the 6th month of this year. A very bold and great decision I am taking. You please bless me. You please, what is your decision? Kal say I will not come to your classes. You can take. It is your choice. You can feel, you can justify, you can have so many reasons. Oh, 6 महीने से 8 6 साल से आ रहा हूँ, सुन रहा हूँ सुबह शाम, so many things I gave up. People are enjoying so many. And same Brahman is told, same Atman is told. You can cry, frustrate, anything you do, but decide to give up. Enough. Isn't it? All devatas will say तथास्तु. ठीक है तुम्हारी चॉइस है, हमको क्या करना है, तथास्तु. Immediately the whole world which was waiting to grab you, like if you jump into a river, all the 10 crocodiles are waiting to grab us and eat us part part. है कि ना? मगरमच्छ जो 10 है, खुदा अपने पास, how they cut and eat our legs and hands and heads. So too the whole worldly pursuits are waiting like crocodiles. You go get consumed. It is your choice. People have chosen that. These choices every moment is there for us. By taking this wrong decision, you can go wrong. If you say right, ठीक है आपके लिए. देखो, once a time a level of wisdom is given, nothing is told as right or wrong. Nothing is told as you do this or you do that. Nobody will take interest. After giving sufficient wisdom by the Guru or the God, they only wait and watch. Now, there is the crucial test, that when freedom is given to us with all the information, are we converting that information into wisdom and freedom rightly utilizing? That's what Arjuna did. First, Bhagavan told, Yuddha karo, Yuddha karo. There, after he gave wisdom, after giving wisdom, he left to his decision. Yatechasi tatha kuru. There, Arjuna could correctly decide and say, Karishye vachanam tava. That doing what Krishna said is not out of obligation, any sentiment. No, because what Krishna said is right. Even after 10,000 lives also, if we understand what Upanishad said is right, that Brahman is reality, it is to be obtained in our meditational experience, and that's our moksha. Other than that, everything is samsara, mithya, binding, you should give up. Even this wisdom we understand for 10,000 lives, then also it is success. And any Upanishad, any number of times you study, that tells that only. The problem is we have to realize it. That's what is the thought today. It started with that. Have we converted this heard wisdom into convincing knowledge that this is bondage, this is liberation, this is alone I have to pursue, or that I have to give up? Then how to give up? In that how to give up, the Pratipaksha Bhavana, the dosha drishtis, all of that we bring. So to here to take up all the Swapaksha Bhavana, Guna Drishti we have to have. है ना, like coming to the class, प्रतिपक्ष भावना दोष दृष्टि. पता नहीं बाबा जी बोलते रहते हैं क्या है उसमें. You will stop tomorrow. But Swapaksha Bhavana, it is I am blessed with this opportunity. And in this every day, our wisdom is strengthened, widened. It's so beautiful. It's called as Gunadrushti. then you will come tomorrow also. In the same way, studying at home, Pratipaksha and Swapaksha. If you do Pratipaksha, you will never study. If you do Swapaksha, you will. So too, our regular sadhanas, upasanas, dhyanas, all of them secretly, silently, the mind and senses project the Pratipaksha bhavana. That's why we don't go for them. And they project the Swapaksha bhavana, guna drushti regarding the world. Isliye we are going towards it. But consciously, if we see guna drushti in that instead of that excessive sleep, I can study 2 3 more pages of this Shastra. Or I can do little more japa to bring my mind to Ekagra Bhumika. Or I can do little more prayer to the Lord to remove my vasanas or inner obstacles. Or I can study this mantra Upanishad to become more stronger in the knowledge that's given. अब देखो गुण दृष्टि कौन करेगा ये हमारे लिए? We have to do it. So this is how we have to help ourselves. There is no way, no other. Think. Om, 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम ये मे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ओम गुरुपुंगव पुंगव कीर्तनते समतामयतामणिकोऽपि सुधि शरणागतवत्सल तत्त्वनिदेव शङ्कर देशिकमे शरणम् ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वදී साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन मुक्तिः सनातनमस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगति सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः राम मंदिरवत् समस्त मंदिराणाम् अवाप्ति इत्येष निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य शाश्वतरूपेण शत्रूणां बाह्याभ्यन्तर समूल निर्मूलनं विश्वव्याप्ति अस्मिन् सनातन अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्तिद्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थ वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः पारायणं yesterday we saw up to 7 8 9 10 ओम रुचो अक्षरे परमे व्योमन् यस्मिन् देवा अधिविश्वे निषेदुः यस्तं न वेद किं ऋचा करिष्यति य इत्तद्विदुस्ते इमे समासते छन्दांसि यज्ञाः क्रतवो व्रतानि भूतं भव्यं यच्च वेदा वदन्ति अस्मान्मायी सृजते विश्वमेतत् तस्मिंश्चान्यो मायया सन्निरुद्धः मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत् मित्रों same mantra we are studying also and it's such a crucial mantra complete mantra clearly giving us the picture regarding Paramatma the jagat the sambandha Paramatma with the jagat when that Paramatma with the jagat establishes a wrong sambandha, that he alone becomes Jivatma to be bound and suffering in the world. That is what is you and I. When we rethink, re-understand, re-establish our relation with the world, then we become sadhaka, and we only discover ourselves to be that Paramatma Tattva. That most important package of Vedantic understanding is given Spashta Rupena in this shloka with the background or basis made in the earlier mantras, base made in the earlier mantras. Siddha, Sloka Artha we saw, Bhashya Artha also we are seeing. मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. Okay, like in our life, be attentive. Very good example. I don't know, will I be able to convey? Whatever the food I consume, etc., with that, whatever the Shakti comes, with that Shakti only, be attentive. Is not I am thinking with the intellect. With that Shakti only is not that I am feeling with the mind. With that Shakti only is not I am perceiving with the sense organs. Is not with that Shakti only I am acting with my body. Being attentive. But the point is what here? Instead of giving importance to that Shakti, are we not giving importance to the functions? That Shakti without which the none of the functionings can happen. For example, एक हफ्ते के लिए खाना बंद करो. All energy gone. You cannot do anything with शरीर इंद्रिय प्राण मन बुद्धि. Try करके देखो. But throughout our day or life, did we any time give importance in our intellect and understanding about the Shakti? We give importance only to the faculties, their functionings. That's why in Prashna Upanishad Ityadi, when each of the indriyas thought that it is because of us that the whole body is living, etc., then the Mukhya Prana Shakti comes and says, मैं चला जाऊंगा तो you cannot even survive, and he tries to go away. All of them also try to go away. They also helplessly go away. Do you remember that shloka? यथा मक्षिका मधुकर राजानाम उत्क्रामंतम सर्वे एव उत्क्रामन्ते तस्मिंश्च प्रातिष्ठमाने सर्वे प्रातिष्ठन्ते तद्यथा मुख्य प्राण. But we never bothered about that Shakti in us. We are concerned about the knowledge gained through intellect, but not the Prana Shakti, without which the intellect cannot think to gain knowledge. Isn't it? We were busy in perceiving Shabda Sparsha Rupa Sagandha through our Shrotram Tak Chakshu Rasana Grana, but we never give importance to the Shakti without which these Indriyas can never function. Therefore, if you give this thought to yourself, I to myself, what is the understanding? Very important, very crucial, very subtle. That it is the Shakti in me is that which is making the functionings happen, rather the Shakti's expression only functionings. More so, there are no functionings possible without the Shakti. If you understand this example, which is happening every moment in our life, in the same way, what is said in this mantra, the subtlest, the crucial thought is what? In this world or cosmos, at the total level, planetary level, etc., at the individual level, micro level, how many things are happening with all the beings' intellects or minds, etc. कुछ भी हो रहा होगा, whatever is happening, all of that is Shakti only. That is the meaning of Mayam to Prakritim Vidyat. The Prakriti means all the Rupa Nama. Prakriti means all the modifications that are happening in the Rupa Nama. The Prakriti means all the functionings that are happening in the world. The Prakriti means because of functionings, whatever the results that are coming. All of that is Maya. Maya means Paramatma's Shakti. Like I am talking, I am looking, I am listening. I am, class over, I'll start walking, going. ये सारा जो है शक्ति only. Because without Shakti, they cannot. Other than Shakti, they don't exist. Shakti expression is all of them. Now we have forgotten the Shakti. We never understood the presence of Shaktiman. Our job, our throughout life, our attention was only in the functionings that are happening through the faculties. That is called Moha. Therefore, he is listing out the presence of all the Brahmandas, all the solar systems, all their functionings at the macro level and micro level. After listing all of them, he is saying, you see all of them functioning, but don't give them reality. They're all functioning because of the Maya. Means all of that is Maya only. One way is because of the Shakti they are all happening. Second way of understanding is what? It is the expression of Maya. Other than that, it has no reality, no importance to be given. No importance to be given is to be quoted. Because we are giving importance to it as real, therefore we are running behind it. It's all Shakti expression, that's it. Isn't it? Like they are doctors, lawyers, engineers. Everyone is professional in their professional field, great. But is it not all out there is Medha Shakti? Without the Medha Shakti, can a doctor be a doctor? Can a lawyer be lawyer? Can an engineer be engineer? Our attention is on being doctor, lawyer, engineer. Our attention is not on the Shakti. That's called Moha. That Shakti without which they can't be. Here our attention is brought from the expressions of the Shakti to the Shakti and from the Shakti to the Shaktiman. Other than the Shaktiman using his Shakti, we attend. Whatever in the million things, Ashcharya things that are happening in the world, they are not important. That's the delusion. The giving of importance. That's what Ashcharyavat Pashyati in the Gita class also. Again I am repeating. Be careful. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat. The entire Prakriti is Maya Shakti. Bhagavan is Maya Shakti, which is called Prakriti, which is Trigunaatmika. That alone is expressing as Rupanama. That alone is expressing as the modifications and the changes in the Rupanama. That alone is expressing as the wisdom in them, if it is mind intellect, expressing as action in them, if it is senses, expressing as the Dravya in them, if it is like stones, mountains, or Sharir. This crucial most thing, if somebody can convey to us and if we are able to catch it, a huge breakthrough happens. What is the breakthrough here? Everything is expression of Shakti. Nothing is important to be given importance. याद रख लेना. Important, like a beautiful tree has come, flowers have come, all of that is the bija Shakti in the bija that it is expressing. But somehow that enchanted by the forms of the flowers or the taste of the fruits, etc., we miss that it all has come from the Bija Shakti. Giving attention to the Karana from the Karya is Vedanta. The whole world is Karya. The Maya is the Karana. Whole Maya is Karya, Paramatma is the Karana. So whom importance to be given? To the Karana. Na? This understanding is Vedanta. कारण को मुख्यता देना वेदांत, कार्य को मुख्यता देना संसार है ना. Like it in the family also, the karya is the wonderful food that's put on the dining table. The one who gives importance to that food and eats like buffalo and goes without even saying thank you is a pakka useless samsari husband. But if he goes into the karana that it all is made by the wife out of her love, out of her hard work, when he gives importance to her and first feeds her, he is a true, real, matured husband. To him, he is always courting, propitiating Karana. Therefore, the Karya will be always beautiful. Otherwise, she says, इतना मेहनत करके बनाया मैं, he is not even saying thank you, stupid fellow. Tomorrow मैं नमक ही नहीं डालूंगी, तब पता चलेगा. Are you understanding the example? Here also, एक sentence में the entire world of all wonders that are happening, एक सेंटेंस में ही ये श्रुति माता ने काट के फेंक डाला. By saying that Maya Antu Prakritim Vidya. That's it. उस माया शक्ति अनंत है, उसमें what wonders you are seeing now, 1,000 times more wonders can also happen. Getting caught up in those wonders is your blunder. Jadoo is important or Jadugar is important. Three things are there. Jadugar and his Jadoo and what is expressing through that Jadoo. The expressing through the Jadoo is important, is a samsari. Jadoo is important, his attention is on Maya. Jadugar is important, is Paramatma. Think about it. Cool and calm and quiet. In the Gita also, Dehi Nityam Avadhyaha. Deha Anityam and Nityavadhyaha. Second chapter, 30th mantra, which we are studying. To Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyat. So with all its extravaganza, the entire Prakriti is Bhagavan Shakti. फिर से याद रखो, it is as it is said by science, truly 100%. Thousands of years before the science discovered, already the spiritual rishis have said that with all the beautiful colors, forms, shapes, sizes, modifications, happenings, that million things that are happening in the world, all of them are nothing but Shakti, the Maya. Is not now the science says everything is energy in motion, which already they said. Energy in motion means the sum of Maya Shakti is becoming Vishama, whole universe is expressing. That's it. In that expressed universe, there are forms. One of the expression. To that forms we are attached. One expression is the sounds. To that sounds we are attached. Somehow expression the tastes. For that we are attached. They are all not real. Some Shakti ka expression. And just a beautiful example. On the TV, when we see movie or on a screen, don't we listen it and understand million times that it is only the play of light and shadow, छाया और चित्र, यही दोनों का ही खेल है ना. It is nothing but light and shadow. The light is pure consciousness, the shadow is the Maya Shakti. These two alone is appearing in the entire movie. It is play of shadow and light. The whole universe is substratum, the light, the consciousness, the shadow is own Maya Shakti. That's it. Other than that, how that is why any form, how much ever beautiful is appearing, it is disappearing. Where? Into its own cause. What is the cause? The Maya only. What is the Maya? Bhagwan's Shakti or the ability to appear like this in the gross and subtler form. And who is he? He is even subtler than that. He can be at the most said as Sat Chit and shut up your mouth and realize inside him. Realize him inside. That's it. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam tu maheshwaram is not an ordinary sentence. If it clicks to us, you see the walls in front of you, the photographs, the fans, the curtains, the windows, any one of them you see. Open your window and see the outside, the other buildings, the big trees, the poles that are there. Look at far behind, the far ahead, the clouds are there, the rivers are there, mountains are there. Aur upar dekho, there are graha, nakshatra, taraka, all of them with all their bigness and smallness of sizes, with all their enchanting forms and activities, nothing but Shakti. Expression of Shakti to the Shakti we have to reach to. From the Shakti to the Shaktiman. Yaad rakh le. Entertain this thought more and more. The consequence is the specified expressions of the Shakti are no more important in our life. That Shakti alone is worshipped in Bhakti Marga as the mother. The whole universe is mother only. Jagannatha. Jagannatha means Mata alone is expressing as Jagat. That Mata is Bhagavan Shakti. ऐसा बोलने से हमको समझ में आएगा, करके बोलते हैं. When the Vedic truth directly, the Upanishadic knowledge that the Parabrahma is infinite Shakti, that language when it's not understood, then we are made to understand by bringing the Shakti into Devi Swarupa, and then we are told to watch. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat. The whole Prakriti, what we see is Prakriti. All that Prakriti is Maya Shakti. And that Maya belongs to Mai, Mainam to Maheshwar. Yeah, the world which we are seeing, from there our attention is brought to the Prakriti, from the Prakriti to the Maya, from the Maya to the Purusha. From the Purusha, again यहाँ से देखो, Mayam tu prakriti vidyat, mainam tu maheshwaram. From this side, you see, tasya avayava bhutaihi to vyaptam idam sarvam idam jagat. Tasya means of that adhisthana Brahma with his Maya Shakti, when he is projected as Upadana Nimitta Karana, from that projected Upadana Nimitta Karana, the project world is expressed with all the variety of forms and names which are called as limbs. Therefore, all the limbs belong to whom? To the world. To the world belongs to whom? The Shakti of Paramatma only. And Shakti is projecting all the limbs on whom? On Paramatma only. Therefore, all the avayavas belong to whom? To Paramatma. But is Paramatma the avayavi? No. In his pure form, he is Sachidananda Brahman always. But what this Jadukari Maya doing is what? Without changing the Brahman, it's just projecting the bodiness and limbness on the word, on the Lord, which is called as this Jagat. Jagat is Bhagavan's Sharira. And every individual thinks of the Jagat. That's the power of Maya. That's the power of Shakti. Like we said yesterday, the example, the power of my speaking. How many languages I can speak? The power of my eyes, how many color shapes, forms I can see. The power of my ears, how many sounds I can listen. The power of my legs, I can walk, I can run, I can dance, I can play. Power is one, expressing through Upadhis in so many ways. In the same way, Bhagavad Shakti Vyakti Karana is the entire Jagat. That's why everything goes back into Shakti. Shakti, its cause. Tasya avayava bhutaihi to vyaptam sarvavidam jagat. Now, whose avayava? The Maya is not independent. Uska avayava nahi hai. Then who is left other than Maya? Paramatma only. Paramatma's avayava only. But is Paramatma having a sharira to have avayava? No. So therefore, when we see the Jagat, know it as Bhagavan's avayava, respect it, and don't entertain it as Bhogavastu. Free your mind from that. With that freed mind, now pursue who is that Mai, Ishvara, who is that Parabrahman, who is beyond that Maya. That should be our pursuit. Very crucial shloka. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam tu maheshwaram, tasya avayava bhutaihi to vyaptam sarvam idam jagat. More specifically, every word explained in the Bhashyam. Thoroughly with Bhashya, study these mantras and try to feel the meaning, try to digest it. And then this is a fact spoken, realizing that is called sadhana. उपनिषदों में ऋषियों ने अपने अनुभव को शब्दों के रूप में बताया. उन शब्दों से उस बात को समझकर साधना करके हमें भी वही अनुभव पाना है. That's the moksha. So what is Guru Rishi said? It is a Brahman with his Maya. He is Maya. With his Maya, he alone is projecting himself as the universe. This is the Upanishad Rishi Prokta sentence. Now, what is your and my experience finally has to be this only. I am that Brahman, all pervading, one without second. With my Shakti, I only, without changing, appearing as this Stula Sukshma Jagat. Appearing as, appearing as. And why do you say appearing? Because everything is disappearing. The reality never appears, never disappears, never gets created, never gets destroyed. Anything destroyed means it was created. जाता से ही ध्रुव मृत्यु हो, है ना. जिसने जन्म लिया वो मरता है, उसी तरह जो मर रहा है उसका जन्म हुआ. ओम मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरम् तस्यावयव भूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. Tu shabda, twice thrice it is used. It is nischaya. It is fact. It is the avadharana. Was it? You have to realize it. You need not change that wisdom. That is the experienced wisdom of the rishi putting in the words. You have to realize it. That's it. Tu means the avadharana. Mayam tu vidyat prakriti. Mayinam tu maheshwaram. Again, we are saying the entire world with all its perceivable Rupanama enchantments is nothing but Trigunatmika Prakriti, which is nothing but in its Samyavastha called as Maya, which is Bhagwan's Abhinna Shakti. Bhagavad Shakti Vyaktikarana is the universe. Other than that, don't give reality to universe, value to universe. The Jadugar's Maya Shakti projecting the Jadu. More than that, don't give reality to it. So too the mind has the projecting Shakti with which it has projected the entire dream world with all the objects, people, and I, the dreamer, and interactions and experiences. It is the mind's projecting Shakti. That's why when we realize, when we wake up, we know that it is all projection, not real. So we are freed from that entire Sukha Dukkha of that Swapna. Sukha Dukkha both are samsara. मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरं तस्यावयव भूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं jagat. In this, Brahman is not told, mind you, but Brahman alone is told. This is the Tatastha Lakshana way of saying about Brahman. Swarupa Lakshana is only one. He is Sat Chit Ananda. That's it. Everything else talking about Brahman is Tatastha Lakshana. What is Tatastha Lakshana? From the standpoint of the world which we are seeing, the Brahman explained is called Tatastha Lakshana. So in this Tatastha Lakshana, the Brahman is Ishvara, which is Maya Shakti, which is Prakriti, which is Triguna. In the Trigunas, Sattva is projecting the knowledge aspect too. The Rajoguna is projecting the action aspect too. The Tamaguna projecting the matter aspect. In this world, we see only these three. Dravya, Kriya, Jnana. इस तीनों के अलावा और कुछ है क्या? Dravya is Tamoguna, Kriya is Rajoguna, Jnana is Sattva. And these three gunas are Prakriti. Prakriti in its Samyavastha is Shakti. Like my Shakti in Samyavastha is Shakti. When it is differentiated, through the eyes it is expressing as seeing Shakti. Through the ears it is listening Shakti. Through the mouth it is talking Shakti. Shakti दो होते नहीं, एक ही होता है. Like Vidyut Shakti. Shakti is one. But through the fan it is making the dynamo move. Through the refrigerator it is allowing it to get frozen. Through the heater it is appearing as a heater. शक्ति एक ही होती है. पेट्रोल एक ही शक्ति है. तो टू व्हीलर को चलाती है और किसी को चलाती है और किसी को जलाती है. चाहिए तो थिंक. तस्य अवयवभूतैः तो व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. Can you understand it? On that Paramatma, the projected avayavas is whole jagat. That's why in all Puranas, the whole Vishwarupa is explained. पादो है ना, कहते ना, भूफ पादो यस्य नाभिर्व्यद असुर नीलश्चंद्र सूर्य च नेत्रे. All of that. The feet are the Lord's feet are the Bhuloka, isn't it? The entire body of the Lord is Antariksha Lokas. The Shiro Bhaga of the Lord is the Dyuloka. एक जगह वैसा कहते हैं. In other place, Nabhi above is Urdhaloka Saptakam. Second place, the Nabhi below is called Adholoka Saptakam. They explain. In whatever the way say, what they say is the projected limbs of the Lord are the projected one. Neither the limbs are real nor the body is real. The Lord alone is real. So therefore, neither the individual aspects of the world are real, nor the global or cosmic expressions are real. The Satchidananda Brahman alone is real. To that level, these rishis have risen in their contemplation and experience. They put it in the form of these Upanishadic mantras, which we are slowly started to study, understand. We are still in our LKG, UKG, बचपना. अब लगेगा हमको we have to rise to level of 4th, 5th, 10th grade, then college, then post graduation, then PhD. To that level, when we rise in the study of same Upanishads, then we understand what rishis are saying. We will not change any new text to study. हम पढ़ेंगे उपनिषद ही, फर्क ये होगा, our understandings will become deeper and subtler and actual. True understandings will dawn, which are already said in the very first class, but we'll understand after 10,000 classes. मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरं तस्या वैवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. So therefore, from now onwards, wherever we see the Dravya, Jnana, Kriya, understand all of that is Prakriti, all of that is Maya, all of that is Bhagavad Shakti, which is Abhinna from him. And the Bhagavad Shakti only making the Bhagavan as the Nimitta Upadana Karana, projecting and making the world appear. Finally, neither Maya nor Prakriti nor Trigunas nor the Triguna expression of Dravya, Kriya and Jnanam is important. None of them are important. They are all seen by us, therefore they are taken into discussion. And through them only, what is indicated and important is the Paramatma. Don't get caught up in all this. They're all methods. They're all the ways to explain to us. Itna sara sunne ke baad, don't think the world and the things in the world are reality. Reality is Brahman. Don't be like that wise child who said, after listening to whole Satya Harishchandra's story, when teacher asked him, from this story, what have you learnt? What the child said, if you speak Satya like Harishchandra, you will have so many difficulties in life. See the child, you understand how dushta that fellow and is from whomever he is born. Kitna kahani bataya कि with all difficulties live for truth. This fellow says, if I live truth, I'll have difficulty. In the same way, we are studying Upanishads to know the Brahman, not creation. To know the Brahman, not Maya. To know the Brahman, not Trigunas. But why are you talking about all of that? Because you are seeing it, you are giving it reality. So your mind has to be, attention has to be withdrawn. Therefore, it's called Upaya. Upaya Sovataraya. सह उपाय अवताराय the ज्ञान को हमारा बुद्धि में अवतरण कराने के लिए ये उपाय है. Not to say that this world is really there. Think, listen, be careful. Still see, because of our not having convinced wisdom, because of our still having vasanas for the world, again our palda toward the world only jukta hai. Still we feel the world is real. That is the power of delusion. That is the power of Maya, projecting the world, making us believe that it is real and make us forget the reality. इसी को आवरण विक्षेप आरोपण शक्ति of the Maya. It covers the Paramatma, the reality, it projects the world, the vikshepa, and then it makes us believe that world alone is reality called as aropa. So the gold is hidden, the ornament is projected, then the ornament is made to be accepted as real. These three are called Maya. We have started now drilling through this wisdom. And when we continue consistently, daily, like house making people or carpentry work making carpenters, रात को जहाँ काम छोड़ देते या शाम को, next day they start from there. So to every day, to some extent, we travel in this contemplation. Wind up with our sleep, we have to take rest. Again next day start, again restart. In this way, when keep on doing, as the furniture are made ready, as the house is made ready, so too our knowledge, sadhana, experience happens. Keep on doing till it happens. We are in the process. Now, again, add or join or club what we saw in our common sense thought today to this. We are in our path of now getting convinced about the Brahman alone as reality, therefore that alone as the goal, and getting convinced about the entire world is Maya, therefore not real, therefore should not be the goal. We are heading towards these convictions. Thereafter, therefore, implement that conviction. How? By withdrawing every our aspect of attention from this Mayik Jagat towards the Paramatma. Was that's it? Realize that Brahman. प्लीज रिमेंबर, इतना सुनने के बाद ब्रह्म जो सच्चिदानंद है वो है हृदय में, उनका अनुभव पाना है, ये बात टिकना चाहिए. Still don't have doubt. What are you talking about Brahman? Is that Brahman existing? अरे यार, existence is Brahman. लोग ना ऐसे होते हैं, इतना डिटेल सुनने के बाद then they are lost in the detail, they forget for what the details are told. That is again moha and maya, that it makes us talk about details so much that the reality is forgotten. That's why Shabda Jalam Maharanyam, ये सारे शब्द आते हैं. You don't get caught up in words and expressions and thoughts. They are only to convey to you that they are all not real, to convey to you that reality alone real. यहाँ तक माया काम करती है कि while expressing Brahman, we try to explain the Jagat which we are seeing. While explaining that Jagat, the speaker and listener both are lost in the explained Jagat to such an extent that the topic, the reality with which they started, they forget. That's Maya. See, today whole talk of an hour, we spoke about Maya and its creation. 55 minutes, only 10 minutes we spoke about reality. This is the Maya. Because we are interested in talking, listening. That's Maya again. About Paramatma, yatavacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. Neither the mind can think about it, nor the speech can speak about it. But we are interested in thinking and speaking. Thinking, speaking possible only in the world. That's how by thinking me, by listening you, both are worldly. That's the conclusion. Think. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Friends, I as speaker, here whoever may be, you as listener. After all the hours and days spent, how much our attention drawn to the reality, that is important. Then what we have explained, what we have understood, all of that. These are all the somersaults or the gymnastics of the buddhi. That's it. If they all are guiding in our conviction about Paramatma, then they are all worthy. If they have enchanted us so much that we have lost even whatever the life value we had for Paramatma, then we are victims of Maya. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Now come and join for Gita little.